I thought you were going to be in Chicago putting a bid in on the Surratt.
I put in a sealed bid.
Oh.
Besides, I wanted to get some work done on this thing anyway before the Bay Area 250.
It's supposed to rain any second.
Yeah, I know. What? What are you looking at?
Oh, you have a little grease on your eye. Here. Come on, stop acting like a 5-year-old. Just hold still. Here.
Hi. Can you tell me, has Spencer Harrison testified yet? Do you know when he will? Oh, okay, thanks.
Good morning from the Bay City Courthouse. The grand jury has been in session for several days, hearing evidence from the DA's office connecting Spencer Harrison with convicted felon Carl Hutchins. Today, the grand jury will hear from Harrison's son Ryan, who first brought the allegations against his father.
Sounds like a cheery little summation, doesn't it?
Well, there are a whole lot of shocks, Spencer. Happy St. Patrick's Day, darling.
I could use a bit of luck of the Irish right now.
Well, it seems that's all you're depending on, luck, isn't it? Why aren't you defending yourself?
Iris, don't start.
Here is Harrison's younger son, the State Star witness. Mr. Harrison, tell us how it feels to testify against your own father.
Mr. Harrison, please, can we have something?
Sorry, Kelsey.
It's no big deal, Dr. Frame. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I would have called out, but I'm in a hurry.
I would have gone into the changing area, but I was in a hurry. You first.
Swenson.
What's my favorite male chauvinist patient said now?
Only the usual stuff, except he has filed a complaint about his care.
What? Oh, I don't believe this.
It's a nuisance, but maybe you ought to put your shirt on. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, how can I not worry about it?
Because I explained the situation to the complaint administration. All you have to do is go up there and file a report.
Not now, I hope. I only have a few hours off, and I'm desperate to study for the exam, not to mention other things.
It'll only take 10 minutes.
I don't have 10 minutes.
Doctor, what you don't have is a choice.
But
I cannot give you special privileges.
Well, I wasn't asking for any. I just... never mind. That old goat doesn't want a woman physician within a 10-mile radius of him. That archaic, boneheaded, sexist... Sorry.
It's okay. Listen, how about your uncle? Have you heard anything from the grand jury?
No, they just started.
Well, you give him my best. Listen, I got to talk to Dr. Steinberg. I will see you. Oh, hey, guys, I'm glad you're here. Listen up, I want to warn you. The radiology exam is really important in terms of your mentor program status. Don't blow it, okay?
Hey, thanks for the warning.
I've hardly even looked at the radiology material. I've been so swamped.
Well, how about the spinal cord material?
Well, I know that cold.
Quick, what's a sequestered disc?
Oh, no.
So, you know that cold, don't you, Dr. Harrison?
Dirtied your handkerchief.
Oh, that's okay. It'll come out in the wash.
Yeah.
So I thought this hunk of metal and lightning was ready to roll, so to speak.
No, it's ready to roll. I don't know about win a race, though.
What are you doing?
I'm adjusting these front brake calipers.
I will never understand how these cars work.
Well, it takes some effort, but you can figure it out. Kind of like a relationship, you know?
Dennis, I didn't know you were dating me.
Haha, very funny. Now, do you want to hear my philosophy?
Okay.
You gotta treat it with a firm hand. You gotta let it know that you're its equal.
You're a very sick man, Dennis.
What, go ahead, laugh your head off. But it's the guy that respects his car that wins the race. The guy that takes it for granted is the one that's gonna crash and burn.
That sounds like a relationship. I will give you that.
Thank you.
It's just I think you treat this car nicer than most women I've seen you with.
That's because you've never seen me with anybody that matters.
I mean, I think you like owning the gallery. And I know you have an appreciation for art, but I mean, this car is what you really love. You treat it with such tenderness and love and care.
Oh, yeah, and all the gifts I bring it, like diamond spark plugs and silk tires and nice gas.
I'm trying to be serious now. I'm just saying, I think if you treated this car with the same kindness and respect that you could treat a woman, I bet that would be the woman you spent the rest of your life with.
But that's impossible, isn't it? Because I know what I'm going to get back from this car. But I can't say the same thing about a woman.
I think that's what trust in a relationship is all about.
Yeah. Well, if I'm responsible, it responds. With a woman, I can be responsible and I can still get burned.
So that's it? I mean, you're never going to take a chance with a wife and kids? You're just going to bury yourself in your garage, in your car?
All right, look, Marley, look who's talking here, okay? What was the last time you took a chance?
I don't think being born into a legal battle is a really nice gift to give a baby to start out with.
That isn't the way it has to be.
Tell Sam that.
Sam can't touch you if he doesn't know where you are. And Jamie doesn't have to know. Olivia, if that's the way it has to be to make this happen, we won't tell anyone what we're doing. If things work out between Jamie and me, I'll just tell him the baby's mother swore me to secrecy.
And you think he'll accept that?
Well, he knows how much I want to have a baby. And you certainly don't have to give birth here in Bay City.
No, I wouldn't have done that anyway. I mean, the idea of Aunt Liz hovering over me and Sam and Amanda ready to pounce.
Right. This is the way I see it. When you come to term, you'll go abroad. We'll find you a wonderful hospital in Paris or in London, and I'll come up with some kind of a cover story. I'll say I'm going to Hawaii to visit my father, and then I'll come to be with you wherever you've decided, and we'll have the baby together.
Where'd you just go, Marley?
I was thinking about taking chances. It's not always easy.
That's good. Glad to hear it.
I don't know if you'd be so glad if you knew what the chance was.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's time you figured out what I'm all about. You think you can handle it?
No comment. Mr. Harrison.
There will be no statements to the press until after this hearing has begun.
Thank you, Iris.
I did it for Spencer.
Mr. Anderson, do you think the grand jury will hand an indictment down against Harrison?
The evidence will speak for itself. Now,
No, Mr. Anderson, we need more.
Mr. Anderson.
You all right, son?
No. How could I be?
You should have thought of that before.
Please, Iris, this isn't easy for any of us. Ryan, you just do what you have to do. I understand.
Mr. Anderson.
Are they ready for me, Mr. Anderson?
Not quite. I'd like to speak with my witness, if that's all right. You okay?
No. Look, I don't think that I can go through with this.
Ryan.
No, I'm serious. All week long, I've had this feeling of dread coming up inside me, and now I look at him and putting on that false face for me.
Bravado's just for the press.
No, you're wrong, Kevin. He's worried about me, a lot more than he's worried for himself.
Listen, I know that you are in a tough spot, but you put yourself in it when you turned over the evidence you found.
Yeah, well, I wish I would have thought about that and how it would have affected us all then.
Ryan, stop feeling like you're the bad guy here. You did what you had to in order to live with yourself.
Yeah, well, it's pretty damn difficult to live with myself now, Kevin. I don't know what's right anymore.
Bringing a criminal to trial is right.
He's my father, Kevin. Now, granted, we never got along, and I've resented him forever, but this? Implicating him in something that he's walked away from years ago? What good does that do me? Or him? Or even the system? It's over, Kevin. He's moved on, and so has the rest of the world. Now, what right do I have as a son to take that freedom away from him now?
Ryan, I know this is hard for you, But would you be saying any of those things if the man we were bringing before the grand jury was anyone but your father? Honestly.
I don't know. Maybe a few months ago I would have known the answer, but not now. You know, life was a hell of a lot easier when I thought I had all the answers. You know, I tried to talk to him last night, but he wouldn't even open up. Not to me, not his own son.
I know the feeling. Still, you keep trying.
Oh, it's over for him and me. I'm tired of looking at him.
Sir, anyone?
Well, I didn't think that he'd be able to do it.
That's because you don't know Ryan.
Well, he seems anxious he might reconsider.
No, first of all, he wouldn't. And secondly, even if he did, the evidence won't go away just because we wanted to.
Kevin seems very sure of himself, but he might be just embellishing what he has.
No, I don't think so. This is certainly a tangled web, isn't it, darling?
Yes. Let's hope it doesn't hang you.
No, thank you very much for your vote of confidence.
Spencer, I love you very much, but I do not understand why you're not trying to help yourself. You haven't even presented any witnesses.
I don't have any witnesses who can change the facts.
Arnold Avery is beside himself with concern because you haven't called him.
How do you know about Arnold Avery?
I know that he's your former accountant.
And how do you know that?
Because I made a phone call.
A phone call?
Spencer. I'm sick of this. I've been doing a little bit of investigating myself, and I know that there is something that you are not telling me, and you are not telling your attorney.
Now, how could you go...
Now, would you please tell me why you're refusing to save yourself?
The real you?
You think you know all about me, don't you?
Well, we've gotten a lot closer. I think I know a lot.
You think that I treat my car better than I treat most people.
Dennis, come on. I was half kidding.
Half kidding.
I was teasing you. I just think you're a lot deeper than you let on.
I let you in. It's a lot more than I can say about most people.
Well, I know, and that's what's so frustrating about it. I feel like you have so much to give, but you just, you keep it all to yourself.
I'm a good friend, Marley. You can count on me.
I know.
I mean, when I see somebody that can be trusted, I respond to that. But responsibility is a two-way street.
Dennis, I did not mean to imply that you were irresponsible. I mean, I trust you. That's why I can share my feelings with you.
Why don't you tell me about this big chance that you're going to take, Marley? I can see that it's very important to you.
Very much so.
Well, tell me that.
Dennis, I can't.
Oh, come on. You know, why do I even bother with you? You know, I was sitting here, I was having a very peaceful time working on my car, and then you come over here and you blow it like that, as usual.
As usual?
Yes, I mean, guys can just sit around and they can just be together. When a woman comes over, you got to talk about something.
There you go again.
You
don't get your way,
now.
and what do? You just clam up like a vice.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Well, you lead men on.
What?
That's right. You came over here talking about this big chance that you were going to take.
I am.
Oh, I am, huh? You come over here and you drop 100 hints about it, and you don't say anything to me, and then I asked you straight out. And you say, I can't talk about it. What kind of garbage is that, Marley?
Well, I'm sorry, Dennis.
I'm sorry, too.
Okay, I mean, I know my life would be a lot happier if I could just, face my problems head on.
That's true. Is it something that I can help you with?
Maybe.
As long as it's not something that takes a lot of responsibility on my part.
All right. Jamie and I had dinner plans that I managed to mess up, and now he won't return my call.
So?
Could you call him for me?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to ask him if he's willing to give me another chance.
Jerry Lombardi, do you know what a sequestered disc is?
Why, yes, Darrell. Glad you asked. A sequestered disc is one that has migrated from its normal spot on the spine. Ding, 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 ding.
So why don't they call it a migrant disc?
Never mind this. Let's get to the important issue of the day. Did Dr. Frame allude to his dinner date last night?
Well, not with me.
It wasn't a success.
How do you know that?
He's too subdued. I'm going to win that pool. He's not going to get back with her.
Look, let him have his private life.
What's it to you?
Oh, Dr. Frame's been very good to us, that's all.
You're a soft touch.
Don't call me that.
Hey, Kelsey, take it easy. He was only kidding.
Sorry, Daryl. I'm a little sensitive, I guess.
What woman isn't?
Is that my paper, Jerry?
Oh, guess so. Sorry. Want ads?
Yep.
Kelsey, you're not serious about taking a part-time job, are you?
There's no way you can handle your shifts, do your mentor studies, and work part-time.
Well, the problem is I don't have much of a choice. I don't have any money to pay my rent or pay off my loans.
Well, why don't you get your rich old uncle to slip you a few grand under the table? He does it for his employees. Why not the family?
My uncle did nothing wrong.
That's not what I heard.
I'm very worried about my uncle right now, Daryl, so no jokes, okay?
Hey, who said I was joking?
All right, that's it.
Iris, I warned you. Now I'm telling you, you are seriously jeopardizing our relationship by insisting on putting your nose in places it doesn't belong.
Oh, and don't you think that you going to prison for 10 years is going to jeopardize our relationship? Don't give me that. Spencer, I have to know the truth. What are you hiding?
Now look, I don't mean to act like a bully, but I hate what you're doing.
And I hate what you're doing. Avery tells me that there are tons of ledgers that can prove that you've been a model citizen for 20 years.
Iris, I appreciate your concern. Please understand that. You don't know how much it means to me to have you on my side. But please, please, stay out of this.
Mr. Harrison, Mr. Harrison, the public wants to know why a son would turn on his father.
Well, in this case, it's because the son is a damn fine cop.
Well, sir, do you think that...
Mr. Harrison, they'll be ready for you in a few minutes. You can come in now.
Good luck. I'm sure there'll be at least one leprechaun on the jury.
Sir, can we have a comment for the paper, please?
Come on, Marley, give me a break.
I know you don't like to be put between Jamie and me, but I don't know what else to do.
Oh, what else is new?
You can just say no. You don't have to lash out at me.
All right. Let's just start with what happened last night, okay, while I finish up here.
All right. Jamie and I had these dinner plans, you know, and I think we were both excited about it. We both had feelings that maybe things might be able to work out again.
So what went wrong?
Well, something came up for me, and I had to leave my house, but I thought I'd be back in time. It's just I got tied up, and by the time I got back, Jamie had left a note and was gone.
That's it? That's it? That's a big crisis that you want me to solve for you?
I'm not asking you to solve it. I just said he's angry and he's not returning my call.
What do you want me to do? You want me to tell Jamie to call you? Is that it?
Right, well, I thought if it came from you, he might listen.
Marley, the guy is a doctor. He's a busy man. He has emergencies like this all the time. He'll understand.
He's not returning my calls.
So what do you want me to do? Why don't you just fax him something? Send him a note. Do something, Marley, for crying out loud. Just leave me out of it, okay? Unless you need me.
Okay. Dennis, I'm just worried that Jamie might think I walked out on him again.
Did you?
No, I had an emergency.
Does it have to do with that miracle thing that you were talking about?
I had an emergency. Everything's okay now.
All right. It's time to take a chance. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find out where he's having lunch, go over there, sit him down, and tell him how you feel, and make him understand.
Okay. All right, well, I already know he's at Sassy's. So, what's the worst thing that can happen? He yells at me in front of 50 people.
Right.
Okay. See? All I needed from you was a little courage.
Do me a favor, okay? Don't rush back here and tell me the results.
I guess you liked it better when I just worked for you and we weren't friends.
If that's what you want to believe, then go right ahead.
I wish you knew how much I appreciated you.
And Marley, got your handkerchief.
Keep it. And put it in your toolbox. It'll be a good luck charm or something.
Luck is not what I need from you.
You have no right and certainly no manners to talk to me that way about my uncle.
Wait. You're not saying he's innocent, are you?
Now, what makes you so sure he's guilty?
All the self-made multi-millionaires have closets crammed with cadavers.
Maybe you better prepare yourself, Kelsey. The papers make it sound as if there's no question he's going to be indicted.
No, last I checked, this was America, and he's
I
innocent.
know all
and she'll
about
prove
your
it.
uncle, Kelsey.
Oh, and what exactly do you know, Daryl?
He's filthy rich, and he cut some dirty corners to get that way. And now he's using all that seedy, stolen money to mount a defense to blow the prosecution out of the water. That's what I know.
Come on, Daryl, man. Keep it down. There's people looking over here.
Look, I don't care. I'm tired of this one prancing around the hospital acting like she's part of the privileged few just because her bank account's bigger than mine.
Look, first of all, I support myself. And second of all, I have never asked for special treatment here.
That's why you're here. Who are you kidding?
What?
You've heard of minority tokenism, baby. Well, you're the rich girl whose family bought off the hospital token. And don't think people in this building don't know what's going on.
How dare you?
Tell her, Jerry.
I'm not telling her anything, man. She's got just as much right to be here as we do.
The hell she does.
Now look, I don't know who installed that enormous chip you have on your shoulder, but it's really starting to get in the way.
Nothing's getting in my way, baby.
Don't kid yourself, Daryl.
Hey, I'm not the one in this program kidding myself, lady.
You confrontational, arrogant, self-aggrandizing son of a...
Into the locker room. Let's go.
Look, it really
now. I couldn't even hear myself talking to Dr. Steinberger. Now, what the hell is going on here?
My uncle was under attack and I responded.
We were having some fun, just playing around, sir. She took it personally.
Now, wait a second.
went off.
You insulted my family.
I did not.
Now, what did you think? I was just going to take it like a good little girl?
That is enough. I have got the picture. Beckett Lombardi, out of here.
It won't happen again, sir.
If it does, you'll be out of the program so fast, you won't know what hit you.
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
What? I'm the one who has to stay after school and write on the blackboard? I know we were out of line, but I warned Daryl to stop, and he wouldn't.
What were you going to do next, Doctor? Belt him?
I apologize for disrupting the floor, but not for defending my family.
Doctor, I have been in your position. When a family matter makes the headlines, I know it isn't easy. But leave your family behind when you walk in here. Do you understand me? And that includes all other aspects of your personal life.
And just focus on the patient, right? Yes, sir, I know that.
Really? Then why are we having this conversation?
Because you don't know that I know it, but I do. On the other hand, I'm not one of those robot doctors who dispenses medicine, removes organs, and tells patients they're dying all in the same neutral manner.
Who asked you to be like that?
One of the reasons I'm going to make a good doctor is because of how deeply I feel. An ability to empathize is just as important
Who is
as...
giving the lecture here, huh?
I'm sorry, Dr. Frame.
Dr. Harrison, you have all the makings of being a very fine doctor, which is why I would hate to see you throw it away because you can't control your emotions or your mouth.
Yes, sir.
This isn't the Army.
Could have fooled me.
Can I give you a little advice? Of course, if you're not too proud to accept that.
Go ahead.
Ever heard of psychological warfare? I've seen guys like Daryl Beckett operate before. Now, he has decided that you are the real competition, and he is trying to fluster you. This is not about your uncle.
I see what you mean. I know
Then
that
if you know, please, don't bite. Or you'll find yourself washed out of the mentor program while Daryl Beckett laughs all the way to the awards banquet.
Oh, damn it, Kelsey. Count to 10 next time.
There he is. Mr. Harrison. How'd it go in there?
Very boring stuff. It's a good thing you weren't in there. Be bad for the ratings.
Oh, can we assume then that your son did indeed incriminate you?
All I can say is I'm glad it's over. The rest is out of my hands.
Thanks, sir.
Mr. Harris. Ryan, will you be disinherited? Sir.
No comment.
And
Out of my way.
Don't ask your father, please. Stand back.
Hey, Dad.
Well, it wasn't too bad in there, was it?
No, it was a real piece of cake.
We'll talk in a few days.
No. I think our talking is over. Buy you a drink? No, thank you. Like, don't take this personally, Kevin, but you're about the last person that I want to hang out with right now.
Where will you be so I can tell you when the jury decides?
I'll be in my office with the doors locked from the inside.
Right, don't let the press get to you. They're trained to ask you questions that'll set you off, all right? Just don't give them the satisfaction.
Yeah, well, I gotta get out of here because I can hardly breathe.
All right, just take it easy, take it easy. Like your father said, it's over. Now just let it go and move on.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna be able to do that if my father goes to prison because of me.
Ryan.
Look, Kevin, right or wrong, he was my father. I wish I would have remembered that when I found out the truth.
Excuse me. Are you Al?
You got it. What do you have, miss?
Oh, I'll take 20 hours a week with $1 an hour over the minimum wage plus tips. No sharing with the house and absolutely no personal extras.
Is that on whole wheat or rye? You sound like a young lady with experience.
No, I worked in several restaurants during college. If you want references,
I believe you. What are you, an out-of-work stockbroker or something?
I'm an intern at the hospital. Still studying and broke.
You sure you want to wait on tables again, Doc?
Positive.
I need someone reliable.
That's me. Can you be flexible with the hours?
Sometimes. If it gets out of hand,
No,
though,
I understand. Also, when it's not too busy in here, do you mind if I crack open a book or maybe leave early if I have an exam?
we'll play it by ear.
Really? That would be okay with you?
I like you. We'll see how it works. I've had a lot of starving residents moonlight here before. It's worked out okay.
So, I got the job?
If you take these dishes into the kitchen and start washing pots and pans, you do.
Now.
Besides being short one waitress, my pot wrestler's sick. This is the time of day I make my money. So what do you say?
Well, I haven't been working out for nothing. Kelsey Harrison. Thanks, Al.
It's okay, kid. Your uniform's back that way.
I know that, Mr. Avery, but if Spencer's not prepared to help himself, then we are duty-bound in conscience to do it, don't you think? Well, why don't you just let me see the ledgers for that period, and I can... look, why don't you just think about it and get back to me? Oh, Dennis. Oh, Dennis, how wonderful to see you, darling. Hi, sweetie. How's the leg?
It's good, thanks. I got my brace off today. Doc says I look good.
Terrific.
Yeah. I came over to see what's going on with Spencer in the hearings.
Well, the hearing went ahead as scheduled, but I haven't heard yet. He didn't want me to wait wait around. Thanks for your concern. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Actually, I came to look through your desk drawers. I can't find my license to the Bay Area 250. I thought that maybe you might have it here.
Oh. Yes, I remember seeing it around somewhere. Well, aren't you impressed?
With what?
With me. The fact that I didn't say, why do you need your license, or why, you're not going to race again, are you, or whatever and ever, and
I'm sure you'll get around to it soon enough.
I will not. Promise. But I would like to know, what did the doctor say?
He said I'm a grown man. I can race if I want to.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Here it is.
All right, great. Thank you.
Would you like to stay and have some coffee? Please?
All right. All right.
You know, this is a terrible admission for a mother to make, but I can't remember. Do you have sugar or not?
Yes, I do.
Well, help yourself.
Thank you.
So, how's Marley?
Why do you ask that question?
We both know why I asked that question, Dennis.
Look, she and Jamie are not through with one another yet, okay? So that's it. There's nothing to talk about.
They're back together?
Well, not yet, but maybe soon.
It's hard for you, isn't it?
Oh, come on.
No, I've been watching you. You've been going through a fog lately, and it's been very painful.
What are you gonna do? You gonna help me with this?
No, but I'd like to talk about it if you would.
Mother, there's nothing to talk about, okay? Marley still belongs to Jamie, and that's it.
You've really fallen hard for her, haven't you?
She drives me crazy. She's not like the other girls, you know? I mean, Mother, I've tried some of my best moves on this woman, and she laughed at me. I mean, she's, you know, she's really intelligent. She's smart, you know?
Yeah, I know. I think that's part of her appeal for you.
I mean, in the beginning, you know, we had trouble with the communication and everything else, but bottom line is, she's my best friend's girl.
Ex-girl.
It's the same difference.
I think you're in love with her, Dennis.
Oh, come on. I don't even say that.
Why? Is it so terrible?
All right, look, I admit. She's the first girl in a long time to make me feel different. The first girl in a very, very long time to make me want to stick around.
I'll take this, son. Listen, would you bust that table in the corner? Yo, Doc.
Al, how's it going?
Not a good day to ask. If you give me your order right now, I might be able to get it to you next Tuesday.
Okay, how about turkey club and whole wheat?
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, there must be something wrong with your secretary or with your machine because you're not getting my messages.
I'm really not in the mood to play games. I'll get you a chair.
Thanks. Jamie, I needed to talk to you. I'm sorry about last night. Something came up and I had to go out. I just got hung up.
It was so important that you had to leave me hanging there for an hour.
I'm sorry.
You could have left a note for me on the door. Anything, Marley.
I just didn't realize how much time had passed.
That's just as well.
Don't say that. We were just getting close again.
Right. But you can only go so far. We get too close, you turn around, you run the other direction.
That's not true. I mean, not anymore.
How many times is it going to take before I learn? You walked out on me once before, and you are still doing it.
Would you please just let me make it up to you?
As far as I'm concerned, last night was proof. Whatever came up couldn't have been too important, or you would have left that on my machine, too.
Jamie, I love you. And when you see what fate has given me, the reason I was late last night, it's gonna change everything between us.
I don't think so, Marley. I just want you to leave me alone. Now.
Hi. Was it awful? How are you?
The pits?
You know something? It was the weirdest thing. Grant and I were working together, you know, we were discussing some really important issues, and then all of a sudden I realized the only important issue was to be with you.
I'm glad you're here.
I mean, it was like I could feel your pain. And I had a feeling that you might try to come here and do some work, and I wanted to be waiting for you when you got here.
Thanks, Vic.
Give me your coat. You want to tell me about the hearing?
Oh, my feelings are all over the place. I mean, I'm mad at my father for... I feel guilty about what's being done to him. Nothing seems right about this.
Honey, I wish I could help.
No, you are.
Well, you're still beating yourself up.
Yeah. Kevin was trying to tell me today that I wasn't the bad guy, but I couldn't hear it. I I couldn't feel it. I feel like the villain. I guess it...
What?
I guess there's no way to feel good about being right.
Yeah, I think that's right.
You know, just before the hearing, Dad was all smiles for me and the press, and... But inside, it was so quiet in that room. And I looked at him. Suddenly, he looked old to me.
You know something? It's funny. It's like we never want to see that our parents are human.
Me either. But I could see how he was going to look, you know, 20 years down the road, and I felt that I had made him look that way. I'd taken away his businesses. The life that he loved. I mean, it wasn't Carl Hutchins, it was me, his own son. I've got to stop talking. You know, I kept on trying to focus on the facts. But this memory kept on coming into me, some rare moment when we shared a moment as father and son.
You know what you need to do? You need to just step away from the whole world for a while. That's why you have me and why you have Stephen.
You know, you and that little boy, you give me a place that's safe, where nothing hurts.
We can be our own family. We don't need anybody else.
Thank you for confiding in me. It's a special gift from Mom.
Thank you for not telling me what to do with my feelings.
Well, maybe I've finally realized that there's a difference between being an interfering mother and someone who's prepared to share with you that they've had more experience.
You walk a very fine line, Mother.
Yes, yes, I do. Dennis, I've done a lot of losing in my life. Sometimes it's because I've tried too hard. And other times it's because I haven't tried hard enough.
Mother, don't you understand? I can't do anything, all right?
Look, were Marley and Jamie meant to be together? No, if so, they wouldn't be going through this, and you wouldn't think that she's special to you.
I wish it was that simple, Mother, but it's not.
Come on. You've been telling me for ages that you didn't think Marley and Jamie were suited.
And I still don't, okay? But until Jamie finds somebody else and gets married and moves on, then I'm stuck.
Dennis, I think your loyalty is misplaced. I think you deserve some loyalty for you.
Oh, what do you want me to do? Sit down and say, hey, guys, let's switch here?
No, I don't. But do you know how Marley feels about you?
I thought that I did. I thought that her feelings were growing for me. But now she's off chasing Jamie again, and I don't know.
Well, all I can say is that you told me that you were never, ever going to fall in love again. And if you have and it's happened, then I wouldn't let some stupid, jolly ethic stand in my way.
Mother, I don't know.
Listen, Dennis. If you can be happy with Marley, then be happy. With Marley or with any other woman, I don't care. Because you've been so lonely in your determination never to be lonely again, that if loving Marley can make you happy, then I will stand by you no matter what. That's all I want. I just want for you to be happy. Always.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Thanks, Al.
You like something, man?
Yeah, I'd like
No,
to...
she's just leaving.
Listen, I have to make some drinks. Will you get that guy's order over here?
Jamie, would you please let me tell you what I was going to try and tell you last night?
That wonderful thing that fate's handing you?
Yes. I don't think
think I've ever had anything so exciting to tell you.
Go ahead. Spill it, Marley. This better be good.